bit. One second. Hi everyone, sorry for let you guys wait a little bit. It's just a lot of things that I need to prepare. So welcome to Thenguyen's cooking with Thenguyen today. What are we cooking today? It's very traditional. The taste extremely authentic, but I'm trying my best to show you the most kind of a simple way so you can prepare at home. Chicken noodle soup. So chicken noodle soup almost like everyone's favorite, and it's very like children, adult, you know, all generation, they really enjoy it. It's just really tasty, also like really healthy, gluten free. So it's one of the most top choice noodle soup that we've been selling for years, and for sure every single Vietnamese restaurant that you go into, for sure they have this. I'm gonna show you how to prepare them at home. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna show you what do we have, what kind of herb do we have in here. See, I forgot the name again. The honesty, it was this is cardamom, right? Fennel, star fennel, clove, cinnamon stick, onions, ginger supposed to be here, and ginger. So this is all kind of herbs that I'm actually use in the soup. Be honestly, I cannot prepare from like beginning. So what I did, come over here. So I already cooked the soup and all the herbs already in here. So I'm just waiting, I just transfer them, so I'm waiting for them to reboil right now. The chicken probably gonna be ready in another 10-15 minutes. The herb as well. So basically, before we go ahead, I'm gonna tell you what I'm going to do with the soup. So basically, you can buy, in here I have an entire chicken, the whole chicken. You can get that almost anywhere, right? To cook the entire chicken in the soup, probably take about 30 to 40 minutes. You just test them out. Depend on how well you want to cook your chicken. Beside the whole chicken in here, I also have like some of the chicken thigh. I just like to eat the chicken thigh only, so I put some in here as well. Let's say that you want only like the white chicken, that's fine. At the restaurant, when we cook this soup, we will add, we throw at least 15 to 20 pounds of chicken bones in here to cook. If you cook only the chicken itself, the soup, it will not taste enough. It's not tasty enough, right? So usually we cook a whole bunch of chicken bone in here as well. After the whole chicken is cooked, we take the whole chicken out first and continue to cook the bone. To cook chicken soup, the broth, it will take at least 2 to 3 hours. So that's why I rather gonna show you the chicken soup than the beef, because the beef, it will take at least 5 to 6 hours, because the beef bone, it takes longer to cook. because usually when you cook them, you cook at minimum or low heat, right? And cook until like the beef bone, the chicken bone, all your bone, it will be soft. All the meat come out by itself, you know, like to be soft. So that's how you know the broth is ready to taste. If you go to some place, because my husband had this experience and he asked me question, how come your soup is so tasty, right? And then he tried one of all the kiosk at his workplace, the mall, and the soup, he said, it's just so bland, it's almost like water based. So I tell you why. So if you cook the chicken, especially the chicken bone, in the soup needs to have chicken bone, right? And you cook the chicken, if you don't cook enough, you almost like just boil and cook the meat only. So the bone itself or the taste from the bone is not come out yet, and you already stop the process. So if you stop them so quickly, that's what happened to the broth. The broth gonna be almost like you just boiling the meat. So you have to cook the bone, the chicken bone, the beef bone, doesn't matter. When you cook the broth, you have to cook at least 2-3 hours for the chicken bone. If it's beef, you have to cook at least for like 5 hours up, 5-6 hours with like minimum low temperature. So that's how you can get like all the taste from the bone out, to get that rich taste, right? So now you know when you go to eat, especially pho, then you can tell, oh, if they cook enough, that they use enough time to cook the soup or not. So I go through with you guys today on the chicken noodle soup because I think this much easier and faster to prepare. With the beef soup, maybe one day we just have to record a video of it because it takes very long time to prepare. At home, it's almost like special occasion for you to prepare, like almost like beef noodle soup, because it takes a long time to prepare, right? Chicken noodle soup, probably you can get away with it. You know, give yourself about 3 hours, then you will have a very good chicken noodle soup, good meal for the entire family. So right now I'm waiting for them. 1 second. I'm waiting for this to be reboiled again. The herb will take another 10-15 minutes, and then I will take all the herb out. So go back to the herb. So all this herb need to be roasted, need to be like air fry them, like fry them, but no oil, okay? Just like use the pan and fry them. So with the onions and the ginger and the onions, these two you have to roast it. You roast it until you it's about like it's just burn, because with this chicken noodle soup you want that roasted taste in it. You don't want, how to say, try it yourself if you don't believe me. If you put the raw in only, you won't get that rich taste at all. So that's why you have to roast your herb, especially ginger and onion. Roast it, clean them out nicely, cut them out, slide them. If you want, what I do with this is a big piece of ginger right here. What I did, I washed them nicely, I cut them in half, and then I roast it. So it's gonna be, the process gonna be faster, right? After I roast it, I take them out. I can wash them a little bit if it's too burnt. You wanna take all that little black burn out, so the soup it won't be too dark. And then you smash it. You smash the ginger out. You don't have to smash the onion. The onion, what I did, I clean them out. I cut them in half or in 4. It depends how fast you want it to be roast. And after that, after they roast, if it's burned too much, and then you try to clean out that, you know, like burn out, and then throw the entire thing into your soup. Usually I will let the herb in the soup at least half an hour to an hour to get all the taste from the herb out. The rest of all the herb, cinnamon for sure I have to roast it. Cinnamon roast really quick, so watch out for it, okay? Don't let them burn too much. For the rest of all this herb, I just use like a regular pan, and then I just like kind of like you say stir fry, I don't know, like fry them out, right? But again, don't let all your herbs to be like burn. Just a little bit about to turn to black, like little bit about to turn like going to burn, and it's good enough. But when you roast all this herb, you very low temperature. Be patient with it. You low temperature, you know, stir them nicely, constantly, right? And then you will have something like this. I'm gonna show you. Okay, it's about to. You see this one, right? Compared to this. See that? The cloth, the fennel, all that, it's just like this. It's just about to burn. You still see a little bit of brown color in it, okay? Cinnamon, I just roasted nicely. I didn't let them burn at all. This is my ginger. See, I mashed it up because you want to get all the taste out, right? Here, and this is the onion. You see the onion I have? It just burned. It's not like really burned, so I don't have to clean this one. And yeah, I cut them in 4, so I put them in here. So I'm cooking about, this is about 5 liters of chicken noodle soup I'm cooking today. Some people really want their broth to be really clear. It's not that it's not impossible. It's not that it's not possible to do it. It is. I don't mind to see my broth a little bit dark. It just, that's why I may roast my all my herb a little bit darker, because it gives me much richer taste. So I like that more. So it depends on it, based on, you know, how you like it. But it smells so good already. Okay. So I will let them continue to boil for another 10-15 minutes. I have another pot right here. It's just like water. That's to cook the noodle later. Okay. What is the noodle I'm using? Last week we do pad thai. We use the same noodles. So this is the noodle that I'm using right now. They have different size. I think 1M, 2M, 3M, something like that. I use the smallest size right now. I just like, I don't know. It just, for me, I just like it better. Just the taste, the size is better. So in here, so that's the noodle I'm using. So this is the bowl of noodles. I already soaked them into cold water. Soak your water, noodles into cold water at least an hour to 2 hours, right? That will help. And then after that, you can use this noodle and cook them instantly. You cannot cook, be honestly, you cannot cook them directly from this. It's really hard. And by the time, if you cook them directly from this, it's very soggy when it's really cooked, right? So you don't want that either. Okay, it's now boiling, so I just lower the temperature down to like minimum right now and let them continue to cook. All right, come to the veggie. So what veggie do we use for the soup today? Very simple veggie today that we're using. We have bean sprout. We have Thai basil. Be honestly, I don't know what the name, English name for this one. Is another herb that we also use for the noodle soup. We have cilantro and we have spring onions. I also a specialty. This is $2. What you complain to, Pablo? Everything's so expensive nowadays. So this is sweet onions. I spent the $2 for this one. So anyway, so for topping to right on the soup, we use cilantro, spring onions, and sweet onions, right? And then beside that, we also have sauce. So we have the regular hot sauce. You guys already know what is this. We also have hoisin sauce. This is the fish sauce that we use for cooking. I may or may not, depend on my taste. Usually I like a little bit fish sauce in my soup. Some people prefer not to, or up to your taste, right? So here, of course, we have salt and MSG, sugar. I also have rock sugar. The special sugar I'm using in here is rock sugar. So rock sugar is almost like the key element for the sweet in the soup. If you use only regular sugar, that's okay, but it's not enough. So the taste is still okay, but it's you may probably want to use a little bit of rock sugar in there. You will see the difference. The taste is really the sweetness is not too how to say. It's sweet, but it's sweet very lightly, very nice as well. Anyway, so what are we going to do first? I'm going to use this for my veggie. I will try to cut my onion out, the rest of all the herb out as well, because that's what I'm going to for the topping of the soup, right? So here we go. Where's my glove? Here you go. So again, pho originally come from the north, but pho become extremely popular. Pho is the noodle soup, extremely popular all over the country. And you may find slightly the way how people eat them may differently. You know, the north people may eat them a bit different compared to the south people. The south people like to eat a little bit more sweeter. My family come from the middle, the center. I eat spicy, I eat sweet, I eat salty, I eat I'm a combination of the whole country. So pho is because it's just like very authentic. Talking about pho, they said, oh, that's Vietnamese food, right? And I just love to introduce this to everyone because this is something you can prepare at home. It's not that complicated. It's not that difficult. Yet it consumes time. You have to search in for different herbs. Because if you don't have enough herbs, it's just not gonna turn out exactly the same way that you want to, like authentic way. But all these herbs nowadays, surprisingly, you can find them almost everywhere. I checked No Frills supermarket. They have it. They have most of the herbs that you need. You don't have to really go to Asian supermarket to get all this herb nowadays. So lucky Canada, we're just so diverse, right? So that's very good thing, right? So with the cilantro, yeah. So cilantro again is you don't like cilantro, that's fine. You don't have to top with cilantro. We cut them like small like this, because it's just gonna give you how to say, the other flavor is come out better. Some people just wanna, you know, make it a little bit bigger. That's fine. Then you can eat the entire thing just like veggie, right? Okay. Amazing. Here you go. I'm just gonna put them right here. I find that people from the north eat the pho. They eat less veggie than with the people from the south. And then when pho come to the south, introduced to the south, and then people from the south tend to add more veggie into it. I don't know, just based on their taste, right? Some people like it more, some not. So here it is spring onion. I do the same thing, same side with that one as well, with the cilantro. Oh, let's have Pablo introduce you guys to some of the harvesting that I got from the farm yesterday. So I went to the farm, a local farm in Walu yesterday. It's amazing. I got so much stuff. Oh my goodness. like so much. Lemongrass, lots of pepper. I got like a lot of pepper. A lot of veggie as well. There's just so many things I got from the farm yesterday. Like I said, because this is our first year working with them, so we're just gonna get whatever available from them right now. So next year they will grow almost any kind of veggie that we need. So next year probably gonna be much better. We can get like so many stuff next year. So with the sweet onions, whatever, how I just need about half of them today, right? So I just cut them in half, save this one, wrap them, and then put them in the fridge. I cut the core right on top out already, and then I just like slide them out. You can slide them out, you know, to the side that you like, but we like them a little bit like thin like this. Then you, because this is sweet onion, they give you flavor, they give you the beautiful texture as well as it's sweet. So you know, put lots of them in there. That's fine. All right, so the onion is ready. On one side. Okay, so let's check on this one again. So now the herb, because I cooked this one more than an hour already. The herb is you see the color of the soup is this is pretty good to me already. Don't mind if your soup a bit dark. If you don't want your soup to be too dark, then put a little bit less herb, and trying to clean your herb. Wash it with water before you actually put them in here. You can buy a bag, you know, like a regular cotton bag, put all your herb in there. If later on you don't want to drain them out, I just like all the flavor from the herb to come out. That's why I just put the entire thing in here. But again, that's a suggestion. We also have this, it look like a ball. It made from like stainless steel. I can just put all my herbs in that ball and put them in here. You can do that as well, right? I don't mind at all to drain my soup out later. But just me, I just like all the flavor of the herb to come out. So that's why I do this. But again, whatever the technique and the way that you can do, right? Make your life easy. Don't you know, give yourself options. So I'm gonna take all the herbs out right now. Okay, I probably gonna leave the ginger and the onions in it. Oh my goodness, smells so good. It's beautiful days. And you know what? The temperature is not too bad today. Let's imagine that the temperature dropped to like 10 degrees, and you have this kind of bowl of soup, hot, delicious. Oh, with so much flavor of herb in here. Oh, I think that's the best. So I'm prepared this recipe for you guys for this cold weather. Okay. And again, try. I would love to hear from you guys if any one of you try it and how it turned out. If you have any question, you know, don't mind to inbox us. I will, you know, answer any question within my knowledge. Again, I'm not like expert. I just gonna share with what I know. Sometimes if there's certain thing I don't really know, and then I ask my mom. I ask my auntie. I have just so many experts around me, so which is amazing. I can reach out for help easy. Again, if you ask me, and then if I don't know, I will run to them and make sure that I have the answer for you. So I will let them continue to cook. a little bit more. So what I'm going to do, I will take my meat out, because the chicken thigh, I don't want to cook them like until it's so soft, right? This is cooked more than 40 minutes already. So one of the things I'm going to test, what I do, I just poke my chopstick in there, and you see clear juice coming out. It is cooked. Okay, here you go. If you want your chicken, especially if you like to eat the skin and you don't want the skin to be dark, right after you take them out, rinse them with like cold water. Okay, I'm sharing every technique I know with you guys already. So if you success in cooking with this, share with me, let me know. Okay, where another one? I put 2 in here. Okay, I'm gonna take the chicken out as well. Oh, the chicken is cooked. It is cooked. Look at that. Ooh, here the chicken thigh. Check them out first. Ooh. It's cooked. Okay, so I'm gonna use this big bowl to take my chicken out. I got this chicken from Walmart yesterday. Very careful. Here comes the chicken. Woo! Awesome. So I will lower the temperature down a little bit. Give them a little bit more soup. The broth, I just add a little bit more water, because when I take the chicken out, the broth, it wasn't enough. So you can just put a little bit more hot water. I recommend hot water, boiled water. This is the boiled water I already cooked. Here comes the chicken. Ta-da! So, you know what? Some of us just like to slide our chicken out. You make it very nice cut. And when you present on your bowl of soup, it looks really nice. We also have another way to do it. So let's say this is the chicken. It's still very hot. I'm gonna use the legs. Okay, so what we do, you can use a fork, you can use chopstick, whatever you're comfortable with, right? Trying to take the bowl now. And what we do, we just like use your hand, your chopstick, your fork, whatever. You can wait for this to cool down a little bit before you can do this, right? I don't think we have all day, so I just do it now. I just take the meat out, just like that. If you don't like the skin, you don't have to eat the skin. My kid love this kind of chicken noodle soup, especially my daughter. She always the first one finish her chicken noodle soup first, and she's sometimes like, "Mommy, I want chicken noodle soup." There we go. So I just take the meat out, right? Trying to save them in peace when you take them out. All right. Oh my goodness. There you go. So something like that. Take the skin out. You can just like make them in piece like this, right? What? Let's say that you're in the forest. Not really. I mean, like you can use your hand and just, you know, braise the chicken out and eat them like that. Just make your life easy. You know, that's what I'm trying to do. Whatever is easier, convenience, that's what I do. So this chicken is ready. This is start to boil again. See, we still have a little bit of the bubble thing. I don't like that, so I will take them out to make the soup a bit more clean. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm gonna turn on, I'm gonna reboil my water. So to cook the noodles, you have to use boiling water, right? And you cook them really quick. It's like 30 seconds to cook this noodle or less, right? With like boiling water. And you want to consume these noodles, you know, this noodle soup right away when you cook them. So here I have this little bowl. I have my sauce ready. Open it. Okay, it's right here. So this sauce, it to taste to dip with the meat. I know a lot of people would like to like put them in the soup. Up to you, but taste the soup first. Because the soup, the broth, it just took so long to prepare, right? Some people don't even bother to taste the soup first. Go ahead and put whatever sauce in there. It's just gonna hurt the one that prepared that food for you. Because like, you haven't tasted my soup yet. It took so long, right? So the chef probably appreciate if you know, you taste the food first before you can put anything in there. It's all up to you. It's your food, right? You the one eat them, of course. But again, taste, for me, I just always taste the soup first to see how it is before I put anything else in there. Okay, so before I actually go ahead and taste, show you how I take the soup, I'm going to get something else. I'm gonna show you my garden a little bit, okay? Okay, so we're going to taste the soup now. So again, prepare yourself about a couple hours to prepare the soup. It's not really fast, but it's not really long. Okay. But again, this I think this is one of the best soup ever that you can prepare at home for your family. It's not too complicated either. You just need to get all the herbs, you know, that you need in here. Okay, so when, oh yes, I forgot to mention. So when I actually cooking the chicken, prepare the soup, I already have a teaspoon of salt in here already, right? That by doing that, it helps the chicken, the flavor of the chicken is much nicer already. So what I'm going to do, I have to, right now, I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of rock sugar in here first. Okay, ta-da! So rock sugar, MSG. I know a lot of people doesn't like MSG. If you doesn't want MSG in your soup, that's fine. Don't put any. I don't mind. We don't have any problem with MSG at all. So I put like just a little tiny bit of MSG in there. Regular sugar. With this 4 or 5 liters of soup, I just use maybe 2 teaspoons of regular sugar in here. Again, and then don't put too much. Taste it. Taste this. Take the soup, and then you may know, oh, okay, it's good enough, or what, it may miss in a little bit of sugar or miss in a little bit of salt, whatever. Then from there you can just add more, right? I will wait for my rock sugar. The rock sugar probably take maybe 5 minutes to dissolve, so be patient with it as well. Okay, I will take some of my puff out. I'm cooking to serve. My family have about 7-8 people, so I'm cooking to serve like only that many people in my house right now only. Of course, at the restaurant, you have to see the pot. It's like 60 liter. But I can't. That's like something you don't want to get into. That's a different story when you prepare something like a lot like that. Okay, so here we go. Let's taste the soup. Oh, it smells so good. We need more, a little bit more salt. So again, taste this as you put stuff into it, right? Don't put too much, especially salt. If you put too much, it's very hard for you to save it. Cause if it's too salty, what are you gonna do? If you put and then you put water into it, and then it become too loose, right? The taste is you lose the taste. You know, take your time, put a little bit at a time, and go from there. If you doesn't want your soup to be salty, then easy for you to control by doing that. And again, you know, go slow on it. Go slow on it. Smell amazing. So I think the sweetness is okay to me right now. I'm still waiting for that rock sugar to be dissolved completely, right? And then here the rest of the chicken. Look at that. You take all this herb out. If you don't mind to eat the herb, that's fine. I just take the skin out. You know, you can use chicken thigh, white chicken, like chicken breast, whatever type of part of the chicken that you like. Some Vietnamese they like the free run chicken because the meat is more like tendons, and they like that more. So it's all up to you. For those chicken, then you have to cook them a bit longer because those meat is a tougher, right, to be cooked. So here we go. This is cool down enough for me. Just use my bare hand. Look at that. My mouth is watering. Oh, wow, it's still hot. You see how, I don't know, for me this chicken noodle soup is very simple to prepare. And we can prepare this at home, you know. You don't want in a while do something a little bit out of your, I don't know, out of your box. You know, challenge yourself a little bit and still trying to cook something so authentic, right? Okay, so this chicken thigh, you see, we still have a little bone in here. So I can take the bone out, trying to keep all the meat, you know, attached together. There we go. And then you can slide them out. This is a little bit soft. My kids may prefer this. They like it soft. I like my meat to be a bit more tender, but anyway, that's good enough. Okay, so let's retaste the soup to see how they are. My water is also boiling right now. A little bit more. And I will go with a little bit more sugar as well. rich. Oh, it's so rich. Look the color of it. Beautiful. Yeah. So I like the taste of fish sauce. I'm too Vietnamese. Anyway, what I'm going to do, I will put a little bit of fish sauce in here as well. It's just the flavor is, for me, it's much richer, right? Again, if you don't like fish sauce, that's fine. I will put maybe a teaspoon of it. This one a big spoon, so I put a little bit only. Again, and then I will taste them again to see how they are. Oh, the flavor, awesome. I think we're almost there. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, so now our water is really boiling right now. So what we do, I show you how to put things together, okay? So here is the noodle. Just take, you know, amount of noodle that you like to eat. Okay, there we go. And then I put them in my boiling water right here. Okay. That's like 10-15 seconds. I don't like my noodle to be soggy at all. So I take them out a bit quicker. At least 15 seconds. Okay. Here my bowl. So you can see them clearly. So put your noodle out here. See that? Oh, beautiful. And what I'm going to do, now the soup is ready, right? And I need the drainer. What I do, ta-da. You see it nicely? Simple. Really, for me, like prepare something so authentic like this within 2 hours is actually amazing. Because usually Vietnamese food, especially when it comes to noodle soup, most of them will take like 3-4 hours. Beef noodle soup, 5-6 hours, because the broth is very important, right? Okay, so here is the meat. I just top the meat. Here the meat. So you got the meat. Here is the onion. Spring onions. Cilantro. Right? So we get everything in here already. Chicken noodle soup. Okay. For this chicken noodle soup, if you like a little bit like, I will turn off the soup now. If you like it a little bit more like sour, then you can squeeze a little bit of lamb in here. I like it with pepper. So here is the pepper from our garden. Down there, Pablo gonna show you that the pepper I got from the farm yesterday. But I'm gonna save those pepper, and we probably next week I will see or maybe some special episode, we're gonna show you how we make a satay, make a hot chili sauce to you the entire year. Okay, we mostly get all the ingredients, all the ingredients right now already: lemongrass, onion, garlic, you know. So it's ready to, all the ingredients is ready to make now. So here is the pepper. I grow so many type of pepper in my backyard this year. Most of them is actually my grandma. She saved all the seeds from the year before. So all this too is from her seed from last year. I bought this one from the Scotch pepper. I bought them from the market. But what I like to do, of course, again, the soup. Taste the soup first. Oh, smell it happening. Beautiful. Okay, so I like to put a little bit of pepper into here. Okay, that's a lot, not a little bit. I just love it. Keep it going. All right, and here, bean sprout. Again, oh my God, what's the name of this herb? Anyone know? Okay, Pablo, you're supposed to know. All right, so I love this one, but be honestly, I don't know the name of it. There we go. And here we go, the Thai basil. I grow a lot of Thai basil in my garden this year as well. I get it all now, so I'm just trying to save the the seed, so next year I can use that and regrow them. Oh, smell good. Okay, so we have everything we need in here. Here my bowl. Hot sauce, sriracha sauce. I put it one side. This is the hoisin sauce. You can get this everywhere right now. As I said, all supermarket nowadays carry all this stuff. So don't message me and tell Annie I couldn't find them. Yes, you can. Go to No Frill, Fresco, there. They'll have it. There we go. So this sauce is for me to dip the meat. I usually don't really put those sauce into my soup. But you can put a little bit black pepper in here as well if you want to. Now let's eat. Again, these noodles, you want to eat them right away. I just like to eat them right away. Oh my goodness, look at that. Imagine that it's 10 degrees, maybe minus 10. we have a longer winter, longer cold weather season than this beautiful season, right? So we have to prepare for, we have to prepare this recipe for the cold weather ahead. So usually I'm gonna just eat my noodle first with some of the veggie. I just love to smell it. You can smell all the herbs, but you can taste this as well. The noodles still really, how to say, like stretchy. I don't know what is the right term for it. Now the meat. That one butter. Oh, because when I cook the meat, I have a little bit of salt in there already. I have all the herbs when I'm cooking the meat, right? So when you eat the meat, you can taste all the herbs in there. It's amazing taste. It's not just bland chicken. You don't want your chicken to be bland. You want your meat to be tasty. So yes, put the herb along with the meat. That's what we do at the restaurant. Okay, now I dip the meat with the sauce. Oh, so rich. The taste is just so rich. Here my pepper. Mm. Spicy. It's so spicy. Oh, but it's so good. You know, like when you're eating the stuff that you grow on your own backyard or from your own garden, it's heaven. It tastes heavenly. Because you feel like it's a reward, you know. I'm sorry guys, it's just so good. I know Pablo. He's like, oh, he tortured me again.
Yes.
It's my choice. Oh, it's so good. The broth, heavenly. Look at that. Oh. Okay, I'm not gonna torture you guys anymore. I'll finish this in a minute. But anyway, here is the chicken noodle soup that we prepared today with you guys. You know, I've been cooking together. It's amazing, especially why I choose live stream, that I can show you. I'm sorry.
Still on?
Yes, do.
I can hold that if you want.
Okay. Oh dear.
There you
All right. So my phone is dead because the temperature actually overheat already. So yes, thank you for cooking with me today. And then next week will be something more special. You know, like I try to keep the show as short as possible. Everyone is busy, especially today. Today's extremely special day. I know it's election day, so everyone have to take time to do your duties. So am I. So again, thank you for watching. Thank you for cooking with me today. And here our chicken noodle soup. So hope you guys enjoy it. And we'll see everyone next week, Monday, 11 o'clock. All right, bye now.